Hi, I just wanted to add a little bit to just because something is common doesn't mean it's right conversation is that when you go into a hospital setting as a new employee for the first time, you might notice a lot of things that are like, oh, why do we do that? Or that doesn't seem quite right, or there is something that doesn't feel right about this. Take note of it and write it down, and then you really need to have people that you can trust to bring this up to. So first, know what the rules are for the organization, and then have a mentor who's in the organization who can help you navigate those things. And then of course, why I have the Hospital Handbook Project is so that we can talk to each other about, practice standards in our field. So that we can have these conversations about what should happen, and so we can have these conversations before someone who's not in our profession makes those rules for us. So that is a big part of why I want to have the Hospital Handbook Project as this wisdom sharing community. So tonight we'll hear from Sandra, and I just want to add, when you're noticing things that aren't right, write it down. You can't fight all the fights all at once. You'll get exhausted. So you need to have a mentor, which is what we're talking about tonight, is mentorship and the importance of having at least one mentor in the system that you're working in, and other mentors that you can talk to, as well as this community, and how to establish those connections, and what the parameters are for organization-based mentorship versus informal mentorship, and how that is helpful, so you're not alone in the hospital setting or in any clinical practice, but we're focusing on hospital-based practice. And so, make sure you're doing your self-care so you don't get burned out, and make note of those things that seem not quite right, because someday you might actually get used to things and get acclimated, so you don't notice it as much anymore. So write it down, and don't fight all the fights at once. Work with your mentor to figure out what is the right fight at the right time, if it is a fight at all, or if it's something else entirely. But having that outside help helps.